Have you ever wondered if you could run a really powerful large language model, not in some giant data center, but right here on your very own laptop? Well, get ready, because today we're diving into a project that's making that exact idea a reality for everyone.
So let's just get right to it. How can you, right now, get access to state-of-the-art AI without paying subscription fees, with no usage limits, and, this is the big one, with complete total privacy over your own data? It sounds almost too good to be true, right? Well, it's the exact problem we're going to tackle today. You see, to really get why running AI on your own machine is such a game changer, we first have to look at how most of us use these models today, through the cloud. So whenever you use a typical AI through an API, you're basically sending your data to a massive server somewhere. Now, this can get expensive and fast, because you're usually getting charged per token. Think of them as little pieces of words that you send and receive. And then there's privacy. You're handing over your information, which could be personal or proprietary, to a third party. You kind of have to just trust them with it. And believe me, that cost can be super unpredictable. Let's say you're using a cool technique like Retrieval Augmented Generation, or RAG, to feed the AI your own documents for context. Well, your prompts just got way bigger. And bigger prompts mean more tokens and, you guessed it, a much higher bill at the end of the month.
So, with these rising costs and very real privacy concerns, developers have been searching for a better way. And that brings us right to the heart of this explainer: running a powerful AI on your own hardware.
And the key to this whole revolution is a project called Llama.cpp. It is a brilliant piece of engineering written in C++, and it is built for one specific purpose: to run these massive AI models as efficiently as possible on the hardware you already own. We're talking everything from your daily driver laptop to a tiny little Raspberry Pi.
And make no mistake, this isn't some obscure experimental project. If you've ever heard of popular, easy-to-use apps like Llama, Gen, or GPT-4all, well, you've already seen Llama.cpp in action. It's the engine that powers so many of these amazing tools.
So how in the world does Llama.cpp pull off this magic trick? Well, it all starts with a really clever way of packaging the AI models themselves. It uses a file format called GGUF. The easiest way to think about it is like a smart zip file for AI models. It takes all the crucial components, the model's weights, which are like its brain, and all the metadata, the instructions on how to use that brain, and bundles it all up into one single portable file. And the real beauty here is just how simple it makes everything. You take the weights, you add the metadata, and poof, you get a single .gguf file. This means loading up a model or even swapping between totally different ones is incredibly fast and completely painless.
Okay, so having a neat package is great, but these models are still absolutely huge. How do we physically squeeze them into the limited RAM of a laptop? This is where the next piece of the magic comes in. The secret sauce here is a process called Model Quantization. It's a bit technical, but the core idea is simple. It's a way to compress the model's weights by making the numbers they're stored in less precise. This dramatically shrinks the model's footprint, making it way smaller.
And this chart really shows you the insane impact. A typical model might be released at 16-bit precision, which takes up a ton of RAM. But by quantizing it down to just 4-bit precision, you can slash the hardware requirements by up to 75%. That's right, you only need a quarter of the memory to run the same model. That's huge!
Now you're probably thinking, okay, but if you reduce the precision, doesn't that hurt the model's performance? And this is what's so amazing. You get this massive drop in RAM usage for a tiny, and I mean often completely unnoticeable decrease in accuracy. It is the perfect trade-off that makes all of this local AI stuff possible.
You'll even see this reflected in the file names. When you download a model and you see something like Q4 in the name, well, that's your clue. It's telling you, hey, this model has been quantized to 4-bit precision, and it's ready to run lean and mean right on your machine.
But that's not all. On top of everything else, Llama.cpp is hyper-optimized. It has custom-written code, or kernels, to take full advantage of whatever you're running it on. So whether you're on a Mac with Apple Metal, a gaming PC with an NVIDIA or AMD card, or even just your laptop CPU, it is designed to squeeze out every single drop of performance.
All right, so that's the theory. We've covered the what and the how. But what does it actually look like to use this as a developer? Let's get practical for a second.
If you just want to play around or quickly test out a model, it can be as simple as this one little command in your terminal. You just point the command line tool at your model file, hit enter, and you can start chatting with your AI immediately. It's that easy.
But when you're ready to build a real application, you'll probably want to use the server mode. With another simple command, Llama.cpp fires up a local web server, creating a powerful API endpoint that lives right there on your machine for your other programs to connect to.
And this is where things get really, really powerful. That server gives you an open AI-compatible API. That means it plugs right into the entire ecosystem of developer tools like LangChain. You can hook it up to your databases, your company's CRM. You can even feed it images to analyze, all while knowing your data never leaves your device.
So what's the big takeaway here? It's simple. Thanks to the incredible work of the open source community and projects like Llama.cpp, powerful AI isn't locked away in some expensive data center anymore. It's becoming a tool that's truly, genuinely accessible to everyone, everywhere.
You know, this shift from the cloud to your local machine isn't just a small technical change, it's a fundamental move that puts the power and control back into your hands. It opens up an entirely new world of possibilities for creating apps that are private by default, completely cost-effective, and entirely yours. So, the only question left is, what will you build with it?